Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry that I couldn't do this in person, but I am on a Zoom call with my nursery Keshet class. So I just wanted to record this so that I could present a very special award to a very special person. Excuse me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jenny Levine, and I am a nursery teacher here at Bernard-Zell. I also have the esteemed distinction of having been a graduate of Bernard-Zell myself, as well as being the granddaughter of Helen Kozloff, who I affectionately called Nana. When I was asked to present this award, I accepted without hesitation, as my Nana meant the world to me, and I could not think of a better way to honor her memory. Helen was born in Detroit in the early 1920s, the youngest of three daughters. Her father was a kosher butcher and a very religious man. She lived through the Great Depression and World War II, all the while making sure she went to school and got the education she so strongly desired. She graduated at the top of her class and wanted to continue her education, but at that time, most women did not go to college. After she met my Papa Ben, they fell in love, got married, and had 4 children. Helen took care of the children in the house, all the while helping her husband to create and grow his business. She would help him with accounting and relationships with the vendors. She never asked for recognition and very rarely received any, most people attributing the success of the business to my Papa Ben. As Helen became older and her children were grown with families of their own, she yearned for a community akin to the one she had as a child. She founded at Anshamet Synagogue, becoming an active member almost immediately. She fell in love with the idea of combining a Jewish education with an academic education, so much so that she insisted on sending 4 of her grandchildren to school at what was then Anshamet Day School. Knowing her grandchildren would have a strong sense of Jewish identity, along with a top-tier education, was what she considered one of her greatest achievements. Beyond her family, my Nana recognized that as fortunate as she had become, she needed to give back to the community. She was a strong supporter of women's rights, pushing her daughters to get the education she had always desired, and giving her granddaughters the foundation so they could go on to do whatever they dreamed. In her eyes, a Jewish education was always the most important thing someone could have, as knowledge was what made a person great and allowed them to be a fair and just leader. She was the one who insisted that there be a library for the children to use, that there be both functional and welcoming so that children would want to learn more. When talking with Mrs. Jury about this year's recipient, one of the first things she told me about him is how much of an integral part of the student council he is, and in more ways than one could expect. He served as B'tzavta chair co-chair last year, and then went on to serve as president this year. He was a kind motivator and mentor to younger students, and under his leadership, he helped the student council run a successful canned food drive, box tops for education collection, fun fest, and bake sale benefiting the Amazon rainforest fires. Please help me in congratulating Eli Kamens as he comes to accept the Helen Kozloff Award. Congratulations, Eli. I know my Nana would be proud.